Well, see, I was just getting into this conversation in my cage, anyways, about, you know, how is it bad energy? Explain to me the difference between this and Bet Kings and anything else. It's money to be made on a system. If you understand that system, it's a spring. If it's a spring, it's math. If it's math, it's a way to determine time.
Let's bring in the committee. I'm really curious to figure how they're seeing it today. Josh Brown, if we're speaking to a professional audience mixed in with a heavy retail viewer, what do you tell them about this IPO?
Well, like I said, it goes to the.
Not interested
Just have the Saturn out. It
should
be. Dad takes the car, the truck to the Orals, get it inspected, probably for the last time. I know the ass end is broke on it. I don't need somebody to pay me to tell me she's dead.
Before anybody knew what was happening.
Goes to the yard later on. It's like some trees you can cut down, some trees you can't. Bird feeder's not full. I'm using it as a cat toy the way it is.
This is online
Cat loves it in there. Fucking birds get close to the edge, pays attention. I get something out of that. Somebody else doesn't. Basically, the nuclear cord.
Vastly superior in any way to any of the other publicly traded brokerages. In fact, it's inferior in many ways. The median Robinhood customer has a $240 balance in their account.
You could maybe say out of weights and plates for leverage for us, but then you're being discriminative as shit because somebody's gonna be like, no, I'm not one of those. And you know what that is? A spring. It's a bet.
And that's undeniable. You can't take that away from them. But what are they really growing? And if you take out payment for order flow, if you say, all right, 75% of this company's revenue is payment for
like
order
I said,
flow, which is basically
on the long game, for what you entropy up, down, it makes perfect sense to be up. And up, it would be down, and that would be up for me. Anywhere's in there, you didn't live on that because you wanted something else to do it, or you didn't program your autonomous system. And anything that follows that rule would be not a good investment.
You could make the case
if you have it on the other side or somebody doing it, obviously they're sucking it up. There's only so much in there, and for people to say that there's other things in there or it not to have an effect in the way that it eventually gets you on top of the world. And if you're not the big one, you're the little one.
That environment will ever be replicated.
Why do you
always,
say
forever.
It's
never
online
changed.
Gambling?
Never,
Those were your
never once
words.
got off the mountain.
Isn't that a slight
Isn't that
to
the beauty of it, though?
22.5 million funded accounts and the users that Robinhood has? And why do you characterize it as online gambling?
This one.
The average user
I'm gonna run that horse. That one.
Which means
it's either win or lose. This isn't poker where you get the second table and you still win.
My generation did. I was 22 years old during the dot-com bubble.
You get what you get out of it for being number 2 out of competition to all of them.
So there's nothing wrong.
Maybe number 1 knows enough you're a threat to treat you the way it needs to be treated.
This platform is built for investing. There's not one aspect of the user interface that encourages long-term investing. Will they change that? Maybe, but that's not great for revenue if they do, because all of the money this company makes is based on encouraging people
if I knew a way to bench it or bury it right now,
so that they can
awesome.
Sell those orders
it means I knew enough about math and the universe and the cost to be like, I'm going to take half of this mountain down, and I'm going to elon it in a fucking process and turn it into a battery, build up some, what do you got there, Kyle Hill, Death Ray Tower created, and that's just in that area, caution zone.
A lot of fun.
Let's hear from
that's what this is.
That's what it'll make. Well, it's not necessarily that you don't. That's a bad thing. No matter what you did, even by doing nothing, up, down, up, you have to still understand that value. That value give me time.